Well, Dzhokhar Tsarnaev may be the most hated man in America right now, but that's not stopping him from drawing on some powerful legal support. That story and much more coming up on the News Hub. Good morning and welcome. I'm Michael Casey. Well, we have Wall Street Journal law reporter Ashby Jones with us this morning to tell us about the heavyweight in Boston legal circles who'll be defending Boston bombing suspect Dzhokhar Tsarnaev in what is likely to be an intensely high-profile case. Good morning, Ashby. Of course, you're both a reporter and a former lawyer, so you bring a lot of weight to the table here. Tell us a little bit about who we're talking about. Miriam Conrad, who is a significant public defender. What's her history and what's she all about?
She is. I mean, to be clear, this is not somebody that Mr. Tsarnaev is going to have to pay for. This is the lawyer that's going to be appointed to represent her as his constitutional right. She's been a public defender for a long time up in Boston. She's developed a reputation for being tough, no nonsense, uncompromising. She's represented terrorists before. She represented the shoe bomber Richard Reed back in the earlier part of the last decade. So she's been around these kinds of cases before, and Mr. Tsarnaev can expect vigorous representation.
Do we have any idea of what sort of a defense she would take from her past history? I mean, we're just looking at the case itself. What tack she might take?
Well, obviously these cases are extremely difficult. Sure. Representing terrorists, it's difficult stuff, and often these people go off to jail for long periods of time. I think here, given everything we know now, and it's probably even too soon to speculate. It's unfolding as the moments transpire, but I think the government has a pretty good case against this fellow. And so her job it could be sort of the same job that Jared Loughner's lawyer had to do. That is, weigh your options. Are they to come up with an insanity defense, to blame this on somebody else, to say that he was brainwashed by his older brother, etc., and really try to keep him off of death row? I think that's probably her number one goal.
Number one goal. Now, she has, as you mentioned, had a lot of high-profile and rather difficult cases. What drives a person like this, do you think? What is the story behind people, these public defenders who take on this important job, but obviously against a lot of public opinion in the process?
It's interesting. I think it's two things. I think it's one, it's a deep belief in the American justice system, in the U.S. justice system, and in this belief that criminal defendants, no matter how heinous their acts appear to be, get rights, and the Constitution affords them rights, and there needs to be somebody to vigorously defend those rights, even when the rest of public opinion is fully against them. At the same time, I think they're people who largely have a great deal of empathy, and they say, well, if I sit down with this person and really get to the bottom of it, maybe I'll find a glimmer of humanity there and can tease that out, and doesn't he deserve that? Doesn't he deserve at least one person on his side? So there's a couple things going on there.
That's an absolutely critical element of the, as you say, the American justice system. And on that note, I mean, do we have any idea how she feels, or people within her ilk felt about the denial of the Miranda rights being read to this suspect?
Well, we don't know, and I think some things were cleared up yesterday, because while he was not read his Miranda rights right away, it appears that he was not conscious to answer any questions in the beginning anyway. Right. So yesterday afternoon, or excuse me, I think it was Sunday evening, they read him his rights, and so he was Mirandized before he started answering questions.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that issue is sort of maybe water under the bridge at this point, and now it's her job to move forward and provide a vigorous defense.
Yeah, right. Okay, Ashby, well, thanks very much. It's going to be obviously an ongoing story. You're going to be very busy covering this for a while,
yes, we will be.
So thank you very much for your time.
You bet.
And we'll see you again on this story probably. So thanks very much.